Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ron Pat's Memorial Field. I am your play-by-play and color commentator coming to you live from Carbondale, Colorado, as your Roaring Fork Rams are facing off against the Battle Mountain Huskies. Today, the Rams are on a great non-league matchup. A lot of excitement around today's game. Last time we saw the Rams come out, they lost in just heartbreaking defeat to the Delta Panthers. That was their first league loss of the season. Today, the Rams look to get back on track and spark up a new win streak as they fell off of a 4-game win streak, rather. Today, the Rams wearing the white uniforms as the Huskies are wearing black uniforms with gold lettering. On the mound today for your Roaring Fork Rams is Chase Fenton, brother of Cole Fenton. Chase is a freshman. He'll be on the mound starting today's game as Cole's going to take a couple games off and wait until we get into some serious league play. So around the horn today for the Roaring Fork Rams, leading off, playing shortstop, Kenny Riley. And in the two-hole, playing first base, Cole Fenton. In center field, Noel Richardson. Behind home plate, Donnie Reed. At third, Josiah Wheelis. At second, Max Hytel-Hayes. On the mound today, as I mentioned, Chase Fenton. Ethan Gardner DHing for Weston Sherman in right field. And rounding out the lineup in left, Ben Oldham. Today, the Rams look to just jump back on the train and keep things rolling. We got some new defensive adjustments as if you are a frequent watcher, viewer, listener, however you may take in this game. Cole Fenton usually on the mound. Some games we have Kenny Riley, but today he is at first base, an unnatural position that he's been practicing for a couple weeks up to this point. Obviously, Ben Oldham plays a lot of outfield, but he's on left. Noel Richardson in center. That's kind of his primary position. We've seen him behind the plate a couple times. Donnie Reed throws it down to Max Hytel-Hayes at second, and we're underway here at Ron Pat's Memorial Field. Josiah Wheelis giving a fist bump to Chase Fenton on the mound, and we are ready for some ball. Leading off for the Huskies, number 9, Jack Reed, playing second base today. The Huskies' record 3-7 coming into today's play. Very young team, have a lot of talent in the coming years. Here's the first pitch from Chase Fenton. Swung on and missed, and we are underway. Last game we saw the Rams, as I mentioned, fall to the Delta Panthers. They had the lead all the way up to the 6th inning with 2 outs, and that's when things just kind of started to spin, the wrong direction, I should say. Some defensive mishaps, some walks from the Rams starting pitching, and all of a sudden we were down by an insurmountable amount of runs. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Fenton. Tapped, just foul, 1-2. The wind has not been too kind to me this morning. I stepped away from my setup before this game, and I turned back around, and my entire camera is just fallen. That's going to be a sharp grounder to first. Chase Fenton flips to Cole Fenton. 1-3 will be the first out. It was a really good play by Fenton. It was a sharp grounder. It just kind of popped right into his glove. So now following Jack Reed is going to be Grady Devins. Grady wears number 1. He's a shortstop today. Here's the first pitch. Tapped foul, 0-1. This week for Roaring Fork High School is prom. This week we'll also feature senior night for girls soccer. We'll also see senior night for your varsity Roaring Fork Rams. That's going to be popped up out of play. 0-2. Chase gets his sign from Donnie Reed. Nods his head. He'll step off. Devins behind in the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Line drive into left center field. Ben Oldham with a diving catch. Phenomenal play from Ben Oldham. He went airborne and made that play look easy. I really, really wish the camera picked that up. That was phenomenal. If any of the viewers really watched any of the games last year and you saw what Eddie Hernandez did at the center field position, that was identical to what Ben Oldham just did. That was phenomenal. So with 2 outs in the inning, Schaefer Dodds will be the batter. Left-handed batter, grounds one to second. Max Seitel Hayes to Cole Fenton. In out of the glove, and the runner will be safe. Should have been a third out, but it just popped out of the glove of Cole Fenton. So an E3, and the batter will be Sutton Dodds, brother of Schaefer, who is on first. So the no-hitter is still alive. Perfect game gone, though. Number 27, Sutton Dodds, playing first base today. Throw back to first. Not in time. Not too many fans of the ballpark today. Very, well, considering it is Monday at 3 o'clock, I understand why not a lot of people can show up. That's going to be popped up. Going to go out of play. Rams have 2 games this week. Next game will be against the Basalt Longhorns in a classic league matchup, probably the biggest rivalry in the entire Roaring Fork Valley. Line drive right field. Weston Sherman takes a bad route at it. That's going to probably score a run. Schaefer Dodds around third. He will score. Sutton Dodds into third with a triple. RBI triple. Sutton Dodds and the Huskies have a 1-0 lead. And interference was called. So that'll be another run. 2-run score on that inning. Poor defense. That's all I can really say. So that'll be a triple on the advancement on an obstruction call. Both runners score 2-0. Franco Moreno, the pitcher, will dig in, number 24. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1. Oh, 1 delivery. Tapped. A lot of confusion. Sorry, I did not mean to go silent right there. I thought the ball was fair, and then I was looking for the umpire to motion, and there was no motion whatsoever. So, regardless, after that confusion, here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, up the middle, over the glove of Kenny Riley, and through for a 2-out knock. So a courtesy runner will come on for Franco Moreno. And the new batter will be Wake Youngblood, the left fielder. Six men have come to the plate here in the first. Big lead at first base. Here's the pitch. Line drive up the middle. Another base hit. Back-to-back base hits for the Huskies. 2 men on, 2 outs, and the new batter will be Finn Sullivan. This inning would have ended if that ball didn't slip out of the glove of the first baseman, Cole Fenton. But you can obviously, there's no blame whatsoever. You can't blame anything on anyone in the game of baseball. It's the most unpredictable game in the entire world. First pitch to Finn Sullivan, the right fielder, left-handed batter. Step off, nothing going. The wind is definitely picked up a lot more than it has in the past few recent. Throw back to second base. That's going to go into center field. Both runners will advance. Just more defensive mishaps by the Roaring Fork Rams here in the first inning. Both runners in scoring position. Here with 2 outs. One pitch. Grounded. Second base. Max Seitel-Hayes gets up, fires to first in time for the 3rd out. Huskies put up 2 runs off of some defensive mishaps by the Roaring Fork Rams. We look to jump on the board here at the bottom of the first inning and hop back on the train. That first inning of work was brought to you by our sponsors here at Aspen GrassRoots TV. First Bank, banking for good, and to A&B Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer personal and financial needs. And to Bank of Colorado, to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values. And to Roaring Fork High School Athletics. Thank you, Chris DeBarlow. And to Retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. And to Terralink Structures, sustainable building. Once again, thank you so much to our sponsors that make this broadcast of the Roaring Fork Rams versus the Battle Mountain Huskies possible here on YouTube. I am your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, senior at Roaring Fork High School, coming to you live from the best stadium in the state of Colorado, Ron Patch Memorial Field. I'm going to step away from the mic as Mr. Franco Moreno gets his warm-up pitches. The Rams look to jump on the board. We're down 2-0. Leading off here in the bottom of the first inning will be Kenny Riley, the shortstop, number 7. Here's the first pitch to him. That'll miss low for ball 1. The Rams definitely have a little bit less energy, I guess I should say, here early on in the game. So assuming they get it back on track and get the dugout loud, I'm sure the bats will follow. 1-1 pitch to Kenny Riley, fouled away, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Moreno. Check swing, he went all the way around for strike 3. Cole Fenton steps in. The pitch called for a strike. 0-1. Cole has been dealing with some groin issues. That's why he's lining balls up the middle for a base hit. But what I was trying to say, usually if he's not on the mound, he's at short. But the coaching staff of the Rams, they're trying to limit his, movement, left to right to hopefully get that groin to heal it. But we need him in the lineup bad because his bat is so good, as you saw there with that line drive back up the middle. So Noel Richardson will be the batter. He's in center field today. He's been behind the plate for the past, probably 5 games now. The pitch grounded to second. It's probably going to sneak through. It will sneak through. Cole Fenton around second. He'll get dirty down at third. Noel Richardson will advance on the throw. Both runners in scoring position. Nobody out. Beautiful base running by Cole and Knoll just to take advantage of the, well, first of all, that ball was just placed perfectly where the second baseman couldn't get there, and then the throw to third granted Noel Richardson an easy trot to second. So Donnie Reed will dig in. Donnie had such a great game against the Delta Panthers. Had a bunch of barrels, just got really unlucky. So let's see if he can translate those barrels into something here. The first pitch, going to be upstairs for ball one. One-0 pitch. Misses high once more, 2-0. Donnie Reed looks to put the Rams on the board here as they're down 2-0. One out here in the bottom of the first, the pitch. Called for a ball, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Here on the catcher. 2 runners on, 1 out in the inning. Here comes. Taken for ball 4. Moreno just could not find the strike zone against Reed. Bases loaded, 1 out for Josiah Wheelis. First pitch to Wheelis. Got to get away from the catcher, but stays home, kind of hits off the leg of the home plate umpire for ball 1. 1-0 pitch to Wheelis. Called for a strike, 1-1. One pitch. Upstairs. Called for a strike, though, 1-2. The 1-2. That'll bounce. Cole Fenton will advance on the throw. Noel Richardson moves up to third. Donnie Reed up to second. And then we cut the lead in half. 2-1 the score. Wheelis with 2 runners on, second and third. 2-2 pitch from Moreno. Just missed it. Fouled back behind the screen. We'll do 2-2 once more. Moreno sets. Fires the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 2 outs in the inning. And the batter will be Max Seitel Hayes, number 18, playing second base today. A single up the middle or really anywhere in the outfield should score 2. Donnie Reed, good speed. Noel Richardson, good speed. First pitch is up around the head, 1-0. That'll be popped up on the infield. Catcher hits the fence really hard. Man, he hit that fence hard. So that's a tough catcher for sure for the Huskies. Man, I thought he hit his head, but looks like it's kind of just stinging his arm a little. So that'll land foul. Seitel Hayes will get another chance. So he's going to get a couple pitches from Moreno just to make sure that arm's okay. Some claps from the fans, and play is resumed. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Rams trail 2-1. The pitch from Moreno. Going to be high, 3-1. Sorry, 2-1. Misses high. Now it's 3-1. If he's able to get a pitch here, he can score some runs. But he'll take for ball 4. Bases will be loaded once more for the freshman, Chase Fenton. First pitch to Chase. Skied, left center field. Center fielder says he's got it. He does for the third out. The Rams put one run up on the board. They still trail, though, 2-1. While we are on this half inning, I do just want to acknowledge all my frequent viewers. I really appreciate all of you, tuning in every single week, every single game, that is, to watch and support your Roaring Fork Rams here on GrassRoots TV YouTube. If you are not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, there should be a big red button down below the title, or the screen, rather. If you would be so gracious to press that to show support to myself and my producers and all my coworkers at Aspen GrassRoots TV, that would be very, very gracious of you. So Chase Fenton's getting his warm-up pitches, and we are just about underway here in the second inning. We're very lucky to have our very own Krista Barlow here in the building, as she's sitting down here in the dugout here at the Ron Patch Memorial Field Complex. Donnie Reed throws down to second. It's a beautiful one, and we are ready for the second inning. Kai Tipton will be... Wind taking over. The Kai Tipton will be the leadoff batter. Kai is in center field. Wears number 5, right-handed batter. Chase gets planted. Shakes on the first pitch. Here comes. Not really sure where that pitch missed. 1-0. Topped on the ground, third. That'll get past the bag. Foul territory, though. 1-1. One ball and a strike. Here's the delivery. That'll bounce and get behind Donnie Reed. 2 balls and a strike. Fenton the Tipton. Curveball in there for a strike. That was a beauty. 1-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Kai Tipton. Swung on, driven, left field. Ben Oldham giving chase. Can't get there in time. That'll bounce. About 5-hop the base of the wall. Throw it to the cutoff man. Riley is going to be offline. That'll be a triple for Kai Tipton. A leadoff triple, that is. That ball was smoked. I mean, that ball was ripped. Second triple of the day for the Huskies. And they're in business here. Runner on third, nobody out. Berto Marquez will be the batter. He's DHing. Skied. Kenny Riley makes the catch. That was just about the best case scenario that could have happened. A short pop out. Now we got the first out. Jack Reed will be the batter. Jack Reed grounded that to Chase Fenton to lead off the ball game. Here's the pitch. Curveball called for a strike. Chase Fenton does very well for a freshman. Obviously, not a lot of time at the varsity level, but he's definitely shown out offensively on the mound and defensively. That'll be grounded to short, up and over the head of Kenny Riley. So another run will come across. The Huskies get that run back. 3-1 the score. Just unlucky so far for Chase Fenton that his defense has not been helping him out too much. And if anything is preached on this Roaring Fork lineup, it is, doing the fundamentals, making the easy plays. And I feel like that has been lacked here. Throw it down to second as the runner is off. In there all day long. Jack Reed with a stolen base. It was a good throw by Donnie Reed. Grady Devins is at the plate. He got robbed by Ben Oldham in his first at bat with a phenomenal diving play. Devins ahead in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Tapped it foul behind him, 1-1. One out here in the top of the second inning. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Curveball right in there at the knees. Good spot. One ball, two strikes. Fenton agrees with Reed. Here's the pitch. He'll step off, throw back to second. Not in time, though. Clouds looming overhead. Hopefully it doesn't start raining. I would have to tear down my setup. Good block by Donnie Reed to keep the runner at second, rather. Two balls and two strikes. Here's the pitch. Popped up out of play. Oh, man, almost hit my car. That is always the miniature heart attack that I have is a foul ball, breaking my window. We had that happen here a couple weeks ago. Our photographer / team manager got a ball right to the windshield. Here's the 2-2. Line drive up the middle. That'll get down for an RBI single. Grady Devins, with an RBI single. 4 runs scored over 2 innings. Now the batter will be Schaefer Dodds. Schaefer should have just ended the inning back in the first. Instead, the ball slipped out of the glove of Cole Fenton, what's led to 2 runs being scored back in the first inning. Chase takes a look at Devins at first. The pitch. Good velocity in there for a strike. So far, watching the Huskies, I'm surprised, what their record has ended out to be. 3-7 on the year. Obviously, Battle Mountain has a lot of success usually. Throw back to first. Not in time. Looks like the runner at first might have got some dust in his eyes, maybe some, I don't know, something. It has to be dust or dirt. A lot of support from his infield, Chase Fenton, as getting 0-1 pitch. Called for a strike, 0-2. Devin's the runner at first. Dodds the batter, the pitch. Grounded to third. Josiah Wheelis gets up, fires to first. In time for the out. Good throw across the diamond to get the second out of the inning. Sutton Dodd's brother Schaefer will dig in. Sutton hit a triple and then scored off of an obstruction call. Two outs in the inning, runner on second. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball one. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Tapped foul. Runner is off. Oh, he fouled that ball off. Yeah, foul ball. That runner should go back. Good call by the home plate umpire. I heard that all the way from out here, so that should have been called correctly. Two balls, one strike. Two outs in the inning. Excuse me. Pickoff attempt, no throw. The pitch. Curveball way high. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Should be playable for Donnie Reed. Donnie Reed makes the catch for the third out. The Rams allowed two more runs off of just some more defensive mishaps. 4-1 the score. The Rams look to jump back on the board and keep things rolling. That first inning was brought to you by First Bank, banking for good, and A&B Bank, committed to community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer personal and financial needs. And the Bank of Colorado to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values. And the RFHS Athletics, thank you, Krista Barlow. And a Retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah Mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. And to Terra Link Structures, sustainable building. Thank you so much to our wonderful sponsors here in the Roaring Fork Valley who have made all of this possible to bring to you, the viewer, the Roaring Fork Rams hosting the Battle Mountain Huskies. Currently, we're trailing 4-1, looking to get on the board once more in the bottom of the second inning. Leading off the inning will be Ethan Gardner once that time comes around. So I'm going to step away from the mic and be back to you once play is resumed. Moreno readies. Here's the pitch to Ethan Gardner. Swung on and missed. 0-1. What with the off-speed first pitch. Almost a sidearm delivery called for a strike on the inside half. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to the delivery. Upstairs. The 1-2. Curveball hit on the ground to third. Gets past the third baseman and into left field for a leadoff single. It's a good 2-strike hitting from Ethan Gardner. 1 runner on for Ben Oldham. Watching Ben Oldham today in batting practice before the game, Coach Marty Matson was kind of talking to him through, he had a couple really good swings, before the game. It was because he was on time. And Marty Matson made that very clear. So if Ben Oldham is able to kind of figure out that timing mechanism, because the swing is fine. He's got a beautiful swing. It's, the timing has definitely been his issue so far this season. The 0-1 pitch, runner is off. Bunt attempt, it's a beauty. Ben Oldham hustling down the first baseline. He'll get in there for a single. That's a hit. Ben Oldham with a bunt single. You could have not thrown down a better bunt than that. That was textbook. So the lineup will flip back over to Kenny Riley. He struck out to lead off the bottom half of the first. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses outside. Moreno takes a look at Gardner at second. Here's the delivery. Swung on, driven, center field. Center fielder says he's got it. He'll make the catch for the first out. One out in the inning. 2 runners on. The batter will be Cole Fenton. He ripped a single up the middle in his first at bat. He's 1 for 1. Let's see if the Rams can string together some more hits, some extra base hits. That'll be perfect. First pitch is way high and away for ball 1. Oldham leads off of first, Gardner off of second to pitch. Just missed that one as he fouls it back over the fence. 1-1. Moreno readies. He'll step off. Need a big hit here. Need something in the gap to at least score 1, if not 2. The pitch. Line drive into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Ethan Gardner hustling around third. He's going to get down and dirty. The play is in time for the out. Good throw from the left fielder from the Huskies. Unfortunate. Should have been a run. Marty Matson might have been a little too aggressive sending Ethan Gardner. But regardless, 2 men are on, but 2 outs in the inning for Noel Richardson. Here's the pitch. That bounce is good. Job by the catcher to keep it in front of him for ball 1. One ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. That misses. Looks like we do have some rain starting to pour. So I'm going to try to live it out, but I'm going to have to put my scorebook away so I don't get my papers wet. 2-0 pitch. Misses low for ball 3. 3-0. Hopefully this rain subsides here soon. If not, I will be forced to pull my setup. 3-0 pitch. Called for a strike at the knees. 3-1. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Grounded to short. Going to be a tough play in and out of the glove. No play. That'll be a RBI single for Noel Richardson. 4-2 the score. Well, any more rain, I'm going to have to call this because it's not worth having my setup ruined. So if this doesn't give up here soon, I'm going to have to momentarily pause this broadcast. Here's the pitch. Runner is off to second. Noel Richardson will get there. In time, hits the runner. Cole Fenton scorching home. He will score 3-4. Good base running by Cole Fenton. I mean, that's just textbook. You have runners on the corners. You steal down to second. That's an easy stolen base. And if you do throw it down to second, then the runner from the third goes immediately. Beautiful job by the Rams to execute. Now let's see if we can tie things up. First pitch to Donnie Reed, called for a strike at the top of the zone. Runners off the third. Noel Richardson. Oh my goodness! Heads up base running by your captain. Beautiful job by Noel Richardson. The base running has been amazing so far this game. Beautiful work. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Reed. Swung on and missed for strike 3. The Rams put up 2 more runs. Toe-to-toe so far with the Battle Mountain Huskies. Let's see if we can shut them down here in the 3rd inning and score some more in the bottom. Your Rams here in the non-league matchup against the Battle Mountain Huskies. 4-3 the score going into the 3rd. So to those viewers that are still with me, I'm going to go just get like I'm going to go get my little tarp here from my vehicle here at the complex here at Ron Patch Memorial Field. So if I do miss any play, it'll be very momentary. So bear with me here, and I will be back as soon as possible. Thanks. All right, everybody, I do apologize. So that first batter grounded out to Kenny Riley, and now the 2-1 pitch is grounded to third. Josiah Wheelis up fires to first on a line for the second out. Great defense by the Rams, making the routine plays, 2 outs in the inning. And by the way, the rain did subside, thank goodness. It's just the wind I'm still worried about. That'll be tapped to first. Cole Fenton to his brother, who's covering the bag, in and out of the glove. Would have been 3 fantastic plays in the inning. But that's tough. That was definitely a tough play. So I'm going to put that as an E1 because it was in and then out of the glove. So now the batter will be Kai Tipton. He tripled in the last inning. 1 for 1 with a run. Runner on first, Finn Sullivan. Pitch from Fenton. Misses, good block. Runner stays home. Still threw it no matter what. One-0. Good block by Donnie Reed. 2-0. Definitely feels good to have 2 really good catchers on your active roster. You know, Donnie Reed does a phenomenal job, and so does Noel Richardson. So, if I were a pitcher on this Rams roster, I'd feel very comfortable. That pitch misses just upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes to Kai Tipton. Throw back to second. Not in time. Or to first, sorry. Three balls, no strikes. Here's the offering. And their first strike. Here's the pitch. Tapped it foul. Worked it from 3-0 to 3-2. Great job by the freshman. Finn Sullivan, the runner at first. Kai Tipton, the batter. Chase takes a look at first. The payoff pitch. Runner is off. Popped up. Left side, Josiah Wheelis. Says he's got it. He does for the third out. Good defense showcased here in the inning by the Roaring Fork Rams. They look to continue their offensive success in the bottom half. 4-3 still the score. That half inning was brought to you by First Bank, banking for good, and to A&B Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer personal and financial needs. And to Bank of Colorado, to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values. And to RFHS Athletics, thank you, Krista Barlow. And to Retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. And to Terralink Structures, sustainable building. Thank you very much to our glorious sponsors here in the Roaring Fork Valley that make this broadcast of the Roaring Fork Rams versus the Battle Mountain Huskies possible here on GrassRoots Aspen. I am your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, coming to you live from Ron Patch Memorial Field, the voice of the Roaring Fork Rams. We look to continue putting some runs up on the board. 4-3 the score going into the bottom half of the third inning. Leadoff batter will be number 16, Josiah Wheelis. Joe is 0 for 1 with the K. Here's the first pitch, called for a strike in the inside half. 0-1. Popped up. That'll go out of play. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Wheeless. Let's see if we can get some good 2-strike hitting. Here comes. Out of play once more. Pitch from Moreno. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 3. Wheeless is 0 for 2 with 2 swinging Ks. Now the batter will be Max Seitel Hayes. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Out of play. Pitch from Moreno just misses upstairs. 1-1. I do want to give props to Moreno of the Huskies. Usually a lot of pitchers are almost like rude or mean, disrespectful. I guess that's the word I'm looking for towards the umpires when he doesn't get a spot. But Moreno's done a really good job to keep his composure. When he misses a spot, he's, tapping his chest. That's my fault. That's on me. So, props to him for being a good sport. After that foul ball, the count runs 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Max Seitel Hayes. Swung on, popped up. Center fielder says he's got it. He does for the second out. Chase Fenton will dig in. He flew out into center field. In his first at bat, he's 0 for 1. One offering from Moreno. Lined into center field. Center fielder says he's got it. He does. That was a rope off the bat. Just good defensive placement by the Huskies center fielder. 1, 2, 3 go the Rams. Looking to keep the Huskies silent going into the top of the 4th. The Huskies will have Jack Reed, Grady Devins, and Schaefer Dodds to lead off the 4th inning. I'm Brooks Chatman, your play-by-play and color commentator, coming to you live from Ron Patch Memorial Field here in this non-league matchup. Donnie Reed throws down to second, and we are underway here in the top of the 4th inning. The Huskies have a 4-3 lead over your Roaring Fork Rams. Chase Fenton looks to keep them silent as he did back in the 3rd. Neither team scored in the 3rd. That was the first time neither team have scored in an inning. Here's the pitch from Fenton. Popped up. Play could be made. Play is made. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good play by Donnie Reed, and that ball just barely stayed in play. Great job to read that ball. Getting a ball, once you're crouched, looking out into the infield, and then having to turn around, nod your head up, and then finally find the ball and then track where it's going to be. It's not the easiest task. That first pitch from Chase Fenton in there easily. Curveball's been working for him pretty well. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Two strikes on the at-bat on Grady Devins. Chase gets his sign. Nod of approval. Here comes. Oh, just missed. That was a beautiful miss. One ball, two strikes. The delivery. Sky left side, Ben Oldham giving chase. Dives, can't make the play. Gets up, fires a second, not in time, so that'll be a hustle double by Grady Devins. Oldham just could not get there in time. Landed really hard. So everyone's all right. He landed really, really hard. He went full airborne. You could have not gotten more extended than that. Runner on second, Devins. Schaefer Dodds, the batter. Here comes. High and away, that'll miss. Throw down to third. They've got him at a pickle. Throw back to second, in out of the glove. Runner falls down, throw back to third. Chase Fenton with the ball, chasing him down. He will tag him for the second out. Whole infield was in on that one. I mean, everyone came in on that. The outfielders, everyone was in between second and third. Beautiful job by the Rams defense. So now, 2 outs in the inning, no runner on. Here's the pitch to Dodds. That'll bounce, and then bounce once more. 2-0. Grounded. The deep hole short. Kenny Riley cannot make the play. That'll be a 2-out single for Schaefer Dodds. That's his first hit of the day. He's 1 for 3. Schaefer's brother Sutton will dig in now. Tripled and then popped out. Scored a run. Throw back to first. Not in time. Spring is just around the corner. Summer is just around the corner here in Carbondale. The ditch is now open. Water is flowing through the town as that pitch is in there for strike 0-1. It's my first broadcast with the ditch on, so to kind of give everyone an idea of where I'm at, my piece of scaffolding is right over, this ditch, and now the water is full force as that's in center field. Noah Richardson going to have to come in as that ball was dying. He'll make the catch, though, for the third out. Rams keep Battle Mountain silent for back-to-back innings. Let's see if they can put some runs up on the board. They only trail by 1. 4-3 is the score going into the bottom of the 4th inning. That top half of the fourth was brought to you by First Bank, banking for good, and A&B Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer personal and financial needs. And the Bank of Colorado to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values. And to RFHS Athletics, thank you, Krista Barlow. And to Retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. And to Terralink Structures, sustainable building. Thank you very much to all of our amazing sponsors who make this broadcast possible here on Aspen GrassRoots TV, YouTube, and later be replayed onto live television. I'm your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, coming to you live from Ron Patch Memorial Field here for this game of the Roaring Fork Rams versus the Battle Mountain Huskies here at Ron Patch Memorial Field. Moreno finishes up his warm-up pitches, and we are ready here for the bottom of the fourth inning. The leadoff batter will be Ethan Gardner. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Singled it down the third baseline. Put the head on a curveball and just shot it on the ground. Here's the first pitch from Moreno. Misses low for a ball, 1-0. Moreno sets, fires. Taps it foul, 1-1. Even count. Here's the pitch. Jammed him. Fouled it away. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Bouncer on the ground to third. Going to be a tough play. Third baseman sets, fires for the first out. Ben Oldham will be the batter. He laid down maybe the best bunt I've ever seen in person. Obviously, I've seen some on YouTube, but it's very rare to be in person and witness such greatness. So he's 1 for 1 with the single. Here's the first pitch to him. Misses below the zone. 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Misses high. 2-0. Ben has been with this program for all 4 years of high school. Sees the strike inside. 2-1. Off speed in there for a strike at the corner. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, but it's in and out of the glove. Ben Oldham will get to first safely, so that'll be a strikeout, but will be safe due to the drop third strike. So that was a beautiful job. So it looks like there is a request for a discussion between the umpires from Coach Townsend of the Huskies. I'm pretty sure Coach Townsend thought that it was fouled away, but I'm pretty sure the sound that we all heard was the ball just hitting off the glove of the catcher. So runner on first, Ben Oldham. Kenny Riley will be the batter now. He's 0 for 2 with the strikeout. The pitch. Throw back down to second. Snap throw, not in time. One 0 pitch. Popped up shallow right field. Oldham will advance to second. So that'll be a single for Kenny Riley. Finds a way to get on. Rams got something cooking now. With Cole Fenton up. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Advanced to second on the throw in his last at bat. Need something roped right here to get some runs across. The first pitch. Way upstairs. Must have slipped out. 1-0. Fenton just missed that one. Fouled it straight back. 1-1. Ben Oldham at second. Kenny Riley at first. Moreno takes a look. The pitch. Runners off the third. Throw down. Oh, no. That's a bad call. Pretty sure Ben Oldham was in there safely. Definitely swam around the tag, but just couldn't get an angle. So the runner is out. Ben Oldham. Runner at first. Kenny Riley with 1 ball, 1 strike count, or 1 ball, 2 strike count, rather, to Cole Fenton. The pitch. That'll bounce. Riley takes his leads. The pitch. Line to the center field. It's going to get down, actually into the gap. Kenny Riley around third, or around second. He will have to stay up at third. Runners on the corners. Another single for Cole Fenton. He is 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 3 triples. This has not been my day for words. I do apologize for any of the viewers. I've just mispronounced everything, it seems like. 2 outs in the inning. Runners on the corners for Noel Richardson. Noel is 1 for 2 with a single. Here's a pitch. Misses high. 1-0. Now, because there's 2 strikes, I don't think we'll see Cole Fenton steal second. Here's a pitch. Misses low. 2-0. Gary Eastlandic, the home plate umpire today, I would say he's done quite a good job. Maybe 1 or 2 calls that were not awful misses, just borderline, of course. That misses. 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. Cole Fenton at first, Kenny Riley at third. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Fires to first in time for the out. Man, swinging 3-0. That's interesting. So ground out to end the inning. The Rams still trail 4-3 going into the 5th. Look to keep him silent for the 3rd straight inning. Chase Fenton will stay on the mound. Here from Ron Patch Memorial Field. Leading off this top of the fifth inning will be number 27, Sutton Dodds. Here's the pitch. Line drive in right field. It's going to get down for a leadoff single. Chase definitely takes the mentality pitch to contact very seriously. It definitely works out the majority of the time, but when it doesn't, definitely stings. Franco Moreno will be the batter. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Here's the pitch to him. High and in, ball 1. Rams are trailing 4-3 here on the top of the fifth. Look to shut down the Huskies for a third consecutive inning. Here comes. Misses low, 2-0. Dodds at first. Moreno calls time. Two balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Topped on the ground. Oh, just called foul. Here's the 2-1. Called for a strike, 2-2. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strike. Sutton Dodds, the runner at first. Franco Moreno, the runner, or the batter. Here's the pitch. Skied center field. Noel Richardson under it. He'll make the catch for the first out. So following that line out, the batter will be Wake Youngblood. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Chase with a long pause. He'll stare at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Right by him. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Tapped foul. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Good block by Donnie Reed. Throw back to first. That was fantastic. Beautiful block. Almost got the runner back first. Chase settles in on a pitch. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. Runner doesn't have it. Throw to second. In time for the out. So good awareness by Kenny Riley to be able to get that ball. Just Josiah Rios just could not really find it. So regardless, we get the out. And now the new batter will be Finn Sullivan. Finn is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Tapped on the ground. That'll stay fair. Throw to first in time for the third out. Rams keep him silent for 3 consecutive innings. Let's see if the offense can back up the defense. That inning was brought to you by AMB Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer personal and financial needs. And the Bank of Colorado to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values. And a retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. Thank you to our sponsors to make this broadcast possible here on Aspen GrassRoots TV, YouTube, and later to be replayed onto live television. I'm your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, coming to you live from Ron Patch Memorial Field. It has been my honor and pleasure to be the voice of the Roaring Fork Rams here in this 2024 varsity baseball season. Rams look to take this non-league game against the Battle Mountain Huskies. Score is 4-3 going to the bottom of the fifth inning. New pitcher, Finn Sullivan, left-handed pitcher, kind of, if you are familiar with the MLB, he kind of throws like Chris Sale. Long left-handed pitcher with a very extended arm slot. So we'll see what the Rams can do with that. Leadoff batter will be Donnie Reed. Donnie walked in his first plate appearance, then popped out. First pitch to him. Popped up. It'll just go out of play. 0-1. Donnie Reed will be followed by Josiah Wheelis and Max Seitel Hayes. Some good hitters in this lineup. Let's see if we can get some offensive damage, some spark in this lineup. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Sullivan. Lined, shallow center field. The wind is killing it. Right fielder calls him off. He'll make the catch for the first out. Number 16, Josiah Wheelis will dig in. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The pitch. Called for a strike, 0-1. Sullivan gets a pitch. Here comes. Inside. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Wheeless threatening 3 strikeouts on the game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the delivery. Strike 3. Back-to-back outs for the Rams, and the batter will be Max Seitel Hayes. First pitch to him. Called for a strike. Oh, 1. Outside, 1-1. Rams looking to bounce back into the win column after falling to the Delta Panthers in their last matchup. It was a very close game going into just about the final inning or so. 2 balls and a strike. Sullivan will get his grip. Gets up, fires the pitch. Out of play to the right side in the parking lot. 2-2. Seitel Hayes in the even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning. Here's a pitch. Upstairs, 3-2. Chase Fenton will be the next batter if given the opportunity. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. The inning continues. So after our Donna Reed pop-up and a Josiah Wheeless strikeout, Max Seitel Hayes walks, and Chase Fenton will be the new batter. Chase is 0 for 2 with a pop-out and a line-out. All to center field. Here's the pitch. Down and in. Ball 1. Something I forgot to mention, the pitcher Franco Moreno went to second. That'll bounce. Runner will advance off of the errant throw. Max Seitel Hayes around second. A big extended lead around second. And he'll stay there. Two outs in the inning with a 2-ball count on Chase Fenton, the freshman. Here's the pitch. Called for a strike at the knees. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Sullivan readies. He fires. That'll bounce. Good block by the Huskies catcher. Three balls, 1 strike. Pitch from Sullivan. Just missed it. Sent it right back. 3-2. Two outs in the inning. Full count pitch. Throw back to second. It's going to go into center field. Max Seitel Hayes will advance. No, he will not advance. He will go back to second. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That'll bounce for ball 4. Max Seitel Hayes will advance to third off of the missed throw. So it looks like we'll have a mound visit from head coach Townsend of the Huskies. Runners will talk to their respective coaches. I will return to you once play is resumed. Mound visit has ended. Situation is 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on the corners for Ethan Gardner. Ethan is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Here's a pitch. Gotta let it hit you. In this situation, you gotta let it hit you. Runner is off to second. Ethan Gardner, sharp grab ball past third. That'll get through for a base hit. Beautiful hit. Ethan Gardner, that was smoked. RBI single. Ethan Gardner ties the ball game up. I mean, that just ate up the third baseman. Chase Fenton at second, Ethan Gardner at first, and the batter will be Ben Oldham. Just needs to get on. Here's the pitch. That'll bounce. Runners off the third. Throw down. Not in time. Chase Fenton runs like a senior, plays ball like a senior. He does everything. He's a freshman. There's just nothing else to say. He's a freshman. Doesn't act like one, though. So same situation. Runner at third. Runner at first. Let's see if Ben Oldham can get a clutch hit here for the Rams. The pitch. Runner is off. Beautiful jump by Ethan Gardner. He's in there standing up. Back-to-back stolen bags. Both runners in scoring position. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. The pitch from Sullivan. That'll bounce. 3-1. Now, I think you have to take all the way here. I think that's just what has to happen. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sullivan settles. Takes a peek at second. The long delivery, the pitch. Popped up out of play, 3-2. I don't know how that didn't hit my car. Biggest pitch of the day. The 3-2. That'll bounce for ball 4. Bases loaded. Oh, that's not ball 4? Oh, I was certain that was ball 4. My apologies. This is now the biggest pitch of the game. The 3-2. That bounces. Now it's actually ball 4. Now the bases are actually loaded. All this damage has come with 2 outs. This is something you love to see if you're a Rams fan. You know, clutch performance with 2 outs. That is something that is so difficult in the game of baseball, to be able to perform in clutch situations. Kenny Riley will be the batter. He has struck out, popped out, and hit a single. 1 for 3. Chase Fenton at third, Ethan Gardner at second, Ben Oldham at first. The pitch called for a strike. The pitch. Misses high. The 1-1. Inside, runner is off. He's going to take off home. We're going to take the lead. Beautiful base running by Chase Fenton. He will steal home off of a passed ball. The Rams have a 5-4 lead here in the 5th inning. Beautiful, beautiful work by the Roaring Fork Rams just to take advantage of the other team's mistakes. The 2-1. Outside. 3 balls and a strike. Sorry, 2-1. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. That'll be called for a strike. 2-2. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Kenny Riley strikes out swinging, but the Rams finally with some clutch hitting. 5-4 the score after that 2-run. Bottom of the 5th inning, all with 2 outs. I can't really ask for a better performance right there with 2 outs in a clutch situation. We're going into the final 2 frames of the game. Top of the 6th inning, your Rams still have a 5-4 lead as we look to hop back on the train and keep things rolling here in this last, 10 or not even less than 10 games or so here in this 2024 season and see if the Rams can get into the playoffs. A lot of league games are up and coming, so these non-league games, they're still very influential. As the Rams will get their defensive reps in this half inning, I will step away from the mic and be right back here at Ron Patch Memorial Field. Donnie Reed calls for a mound visit with the infield just before this top of the 6th inning. Chase Fenton has done quite a good job, allowing 4 runs in the first 2 innings. After that, he has thrown some beautiful baseball. 3 consecutive scoreless innings thrown by the freshman. Let's see what we can do here. The first pitch. Grounded. Josiah Wheelis cannot make the play. Kenny Riley gets up, fires to first, not in time. So a leadoff single for Kai Tipton. That seems to be a common theme for the Huskies. A lot of leadoff singles, but in these past innings, that has not led to much. So Berto Marquez is going to be the batter. Throw back to first, not in time. Chase readies, throw back to first. Fenton readies. Here's the pitch. Bunt attempt. Throw back to first. One-zero pitch. Runner is off. Throw down to second. Hits off the runner. Tipton is going to be able to advance down to third. Not ideal. That's for sure. Not ideal. Kai Tipton steals a bag and advances off the missed throw. So now Berto Marquez an opportunity to get an RBI. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 3-0. Pitch. Called for a strike. Here comes. Upstairs, ball 4. So you got to assume that Berto Marquez is going to attempt to steal the bag at second. He probably will, because there's a threat at third. Jack Reed will be the batter. Runner is off. Throw down to second, in and out of the glove of Max Seitel Hayes. The runner will score. Berto Marquez will advance to third. More poor defense by the Rams. Swung on and missed by Reed. Here's the pitch. Curveball in their first strike. Beautiful spot. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Thought that would have been a called strike 3, but just missed outside. So 1-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. On the ground, up the middle, that'll get through for a base hit. Huskies will take the lead here in the 6th inning, 6-5 the score. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, throw back to first. Man. Grady Devins, the batter. He is 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Here's the pitch. Line drive, left field. It's going to get down for another base hit. Still no outs here in the 6th inning. This is a nightmare situation for the Rams. Schaefer Dobbs will be the new batter. Ground ball to first. Eats up Cole Finchon. He'll step on the bag for the first out. Sutton Dodds will be the batter. A triple, a pop out, and a single. He's 2 for 3 in today's ball game. Grady Devins at second, Jack Reed at third, Grady Devins at second. And the batter is Sutton Dodds. Here's the pitch. On the ground, that'll go foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the ground, tough bouncer. Josiah Wheelis gets up, fires to home. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness gracious. The runner went to go jump over Donnie Reed, and he landed right on his neck. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was awful. The runner went to go jump over the tag, and he landed just right on his neck. Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm going to step away from the mic here for a second while we figure out this situation. I'll be right back. So things are all sorted. He got back up by his own power. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Number 24, Franco Moreno, is the new batter. On second, Sutton Dodds. Here's the pitch. Line drive center field. Noel Richardson giving chase. Please make the catch. He will for the third out. The Rams allow 2 runs. Just need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning. That half inning was brought to you by A&B Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer, personal, and financial needs. And the Bank of Colorado, to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values. And a retreat, a place to connect and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah Mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. Thank you very much to our sponsors to make this broadcast possible of the Battle Mountain Huskies versus your Roaring Fork Rams. Live on Ron Patch Memorial Field, live on Aspen GrassRoots TV. I am your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, senior at Roaring Fork High School, voice of the Roaring Fork Rams. here at Ron Patch Memorial Field in Carbondale, Colorado. The Rams look to take the lead in the bottom of the sixth. 6-5 the score. So after that scary scene in the last half inning, we got medical attention from our trainer, Ryan Erickson, nicknamed TR. He is attending to the athlete in the Huskies dugout. So all things are well when it comes to that scary, scary event. But we still got some baseball to play. Even though how shallow that seems, we still do. Cole Fenton will be the leadoff batter. He is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Let's see if he can extend his perfect day. Here's the pitch. Called for a strike. The new pitcher will be number 15, Wake Youngblood. That'll miss. Check swing, he went around 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Need a base runner here. The pitch. Topped on the ground. Marty Batson. Foul ball keeps it 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Youngblood gets his pitch. Here comes. Swung on and missed. So a rare Cole Fenton strikeout. 1 out of the inning, and the batter will be Noel Richardson. 1 for 3 with a single. Here's the pitch. Inside, called for a strike. One to one. One ball, 1 strike. Youngblood fires the pitch. Down and away, 2-1. So Charlie Phyllis is the first base coach today. Charlie filling his duties, trying to help out the team as much as he can on and off the field. The 2-1 misses inside. 3-1. Marty Madsen giving signs from the third base coach's box. 3-1 pitch to Noel Richardson. Inside, ball 4. So that'll be a 5-pitch walk. Just a beautiful, beautiful at-bat. And the batter will be Donnie Reed. Noel will take some sizable leads off of first base. Here's the pitch. Snap, throw back to first. Not in time, says the infield umpire. Righty versus righty. Here's the offering. Runner is off. Donnie Reed swings. Shallow center field. I don't know if the play would be made. It won't. Noel Richardson's going to be caught going back. That's just unlucky for the Rams. So it'll be scored a single for Donnie Reed, but Noel Richardson just caught in an unlucky situation. He was stealing the base, and then he went back naturally because it was popped up pretty, shallow on the infield outfield. So 2 men out for Andy McMichael. Andy is pinch hitting for Josiah Wheelis. Here's the pitch to him. Inside, that'll go all the way to backstop. Donnie Reed will advance to second. He'll take just a couple steps off the bag of So McMichael ahead in the count, 1-0. A single would score. 1-0 pitch. Runner is off. He got a beautiful jump. No chance. That was an absolute beautiful jump by Donnie Reed. Two outs in the inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Line drive to first. That'll be caught. So the batter will be, not sure who it will be. Oh, it'll be number 15, Wake Youngblood. Wake is 1 for 3 with a single and a fielder's choice. First pitch to him. And their first strike, 0-1. Here in the 7th inning, the Rams look to shut down the Huskies and then put up 2 runs in the bottom half. I mean, there's just really nothing else to really do. Here's a pitch. Curveball. Popped up. Cole Fenton will not make the catch. And 1-2. Fenton gets his sign. He sets up, fires the pitch. Flied. Right center field. Noel Richardson will make the catch for the first out. Number 23, Finn Sullivan, will be the batter. Finn reached on an error. He's 0 for 3. One-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-1. Here comes. Popped up, third base side. Josiah Wheelis says he's got it. He does for the second out. Kai Tipton will be the batter. He's been a little pest at the plate today. Number 5. He's hit a triple. Scored 2 runs, a stolen base, a single. He's just been kind of a little nightmare for the Rams. Here's the first pitch from Chase Fenton. And their first strike. Good spot. Oh, 1 pitch. And their first strike, 0-2. Beautiful location from the freshman. Let's see if he can get out of this inning with no hits, no runs allowed. Probably the announcers. Line drive, left center field. As I just said, I should not have said anything. Noel Richardson will throw to the cutoff man. Runners off to third. The throw to third. In time for the out. Yes, what a throw. Beautiful play by Noel Richardson. Amazing game from Chase Fenton up to this point. 7 innings pitched, 6 runs allowed. You know, for the situation, he has done quite an amazing job. What a throw by your captain, Noel Richardson, though, to cap off this top of the 7th inning. Going into the bottom half, the Rams need to put up some runs to win this ball game. That throw was brought to you by A&B Bank, committed to our community to serve with strength, talent, and the security to fulfill all customer personal and financial needs. A&B Bank of Colorado, to uniquely serve our community with strength, stability, service, and values, and a retreat, a place to connect to and gather to restore your well-being in the Utah mountains. Your journey to wellness begins here. Thank you to our sponsors that has made this wonderful broadcast possible and to keep this program going. I'm your play-by-play and color commentator, Brooks Chatman, coming to you live from Ron Patch Memorial Field here in Carbondale, Colorado. Your Rams are trailing by 1 run going into the 7th inning. The 3 batters that will come up will be Max Seitel Hayes, Chase Fenton, and Ethan Gardner. And hopefully more to follow. As Youngblood will get his final warm-up pitch in. I guess I'll stay in the mic, considering this is going to be his last throw. Throw it down to second. Not a bad one. Just missed by the shortstop. Almost no one better on this lineup to lead off an inning. Max Seitel Hayes. He's walked twice and flied out. He's 0 for 1. All we need is a base runner here. Here's the first pitch. That'll miss low and get past the catcher. Wake Youngblood will stay on the mound for a second consecutive inning. Here's a 1-0 pitch from him. Line drive, right field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Seitel Hayes, he will go around second. He should go on the way to third. He is, as I said, around second. On to third. He's in there with a triple. Leadoff triple, Max Seitel Hayes. Now, the viewers might not believe me, but I promise, before the game, I went up to Max during batting practice, and I told him, Max, you're hitting a triple today. I'm just feeling a Max Seitel triple. And by golly, it happened. Runner on third, nobody out. Honestly, all that needs to happen is just anything, really, just anything in the outfield. First pitch to Chase Fenton. Misses low for a ball. One-up pitch. That'll go foul. 1-1. One pitch. Line drive up the middle. The catch will be made. Wow, that's unlucky. That's the second time Chase has done that this game, where he lined out just right to where the center fielder was standing. Ethan Gardner will dig in. 2 for 3 with 2 singles, one of them being an RBI single. Here's the pitch. Called for a strike below the zone. 0-1. A 1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner on third, Hayes. Here's a pitch to Gardner. Popped up. Out of play. 0-2 will be the count. Still. Once more. No balls and 2 strikes. Ethan Gardner, the batter. Max Seitel Hayes at third. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 1-2. Infield in. With a runner on third. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Ethan Gardner. He is the definition of clutch. Ethan Gardner, another beautiful hit here in late innings. Another RBI single for Ethan Gardner. He has done such a phenomenal job at the plate this season. It is unreal. Charlie Sanders will be the batter. He has an opportunity to walk things off if he can just send one into a corner. First pitch to him. Misses down. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. Called for a strike. Ground ball up the mid or to the left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. Good swing by Charlie Sanders. And the batter will be Kenny Riley. First pitch to Kenny Riley. Up and out. Ball one. Kenny is 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts and a single. Sanders takes his leads off of first. Gardner at second. The pitch. Called for a strike. If you are still with us, the Rams are tied up with the Battle Mountain Huskies 6-6 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Looking to walk things off and send the Rams fans home happy. The pitch. Line drive right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kenny Riley, walk-off hero. Your Roaring Fork Rams are winners of this ball game. Kenny Riley with the walk-off base hit. The Rams take the win over the Battle Mountain Huskies. Late inning greatness by the Roaring Fork Rams and this young lineup. A complete game by the Rams. Defense was a little shaky, but base running was phenomenal. Offense was amazing. Defense was amazing. Pitching was great. I mean, just honestly, even the defense being a little shaky, it was still phenomenal. So once again, thank you to the Battle Mountain Huskies for coming out and taking on the Roaring Fork Rams here at Ron Patch Memorial Field. It was a pleasure and an honor. The Huskies moved to 3-8 on the season. The Rams move, oh boy, I don't know their schedule off the top of my head. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tally up these stats and get these back to the viewers, as that is a Roaring Fork winner. Phenomenal job by the Roaring Fork Rams once again. So let me tally up these stats, and I'll get right back to you with the post-game interview. So, for this post-game wrap-up, your Roaring Fork Rams on offense tallied 13 hits and 6 walks over 7 innings of play. Final score, final amount of runs, 7 runs over 7 innings, so an average of 1 run per inning. That's not too bad. For the Huskies, they struck out 0 times. So Chase Fenton was not able to get a strikeout, even though he will be accredited with that win. Chase allowed 12 hits, but only 1 walk. So, especially at this high school level, you look at it from 2 different standpoints. Obviously, Chase Fenton is a very pitch-to-contact pitcher. He's had his strikeout games, of course, but he pitches to contact very well
and very effectively. He lets his defense work, with him, along with him, for him. And they did so today. Only a handful of errors, which, high school baseball errors are going to come. Almost every game you're going to have a couple of errors. So that shouldn't be a bad sign. A lot of good stuff today. A lot of stolen bases for the Rams. Great defense. Phenomenal hitting. Clutch performances. Kenny Riley, your hero. But the player of the game has to go to Chase Fenton, pitching all 7 innings. Just having a phenomenal day on the mound, especially as a freshman in this varsity lineup facing a varsity team. Some notable offensive players: Cole Fenton, 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Ethan Gardner, 3 for 4 with also 3 singles. Kenny Riley, obviously with that walk-off hit, he went 2 for 5. Chase Fenton had a lot of lineouts today, which is unfortunate. But one of the biggest hits of the day, obviously besides that walk-off hit, was that leadoff triple in the bottom of the 7th inning by Max Seitel Hayes. I'm going to put that as, besides the walk-off, the hit of the game that set up, the game tying hit and then ultimately led to the game-winning hit. So, once again, your Roaring Fork Rams get a 7-6 win over the Battle Mountain Huskies here at Ron Patch Memorial Field. I am Brooks Chatman, your play-by-play and color commentator, signing off here at Ron Patch Memorial Field. I want to say thank you to all the viewers, listeners, supporters, anything. I just messed up in my outro. Regardless, thank you so much for watching and tuning in to this broadcast of the Roaring Fork Rams versus the Battle Mountain Huskies here on Aspen GrassRoots TV.